Yeah, look, I'm quite happy because the balance is fair, young and old, which it will complement each other is the energy plus the experience, you know. So I think the coach got it.
And obviously, looking at the Magents Motale tournament, you have been there. AFCON is not the coach has said himself that AFCON is not is the tournament to win. What do you think are the prospects of this team?
Yeah, look, AFCON is a big stage. So if you didn't plan well, whether you have all the Maradonas, the Peles, it's gonna be difficult for you. I just hope the coach and his technical have planned very well. Even though I know they didn't camp for a long time, I think they only have a 2-week camp. You know, and in terms of weather or climate, I'm not sure because I know Abidjan is like 38, 40 degrees a day. But fortunately, I think most of the games they'll be playing at night. So, but the country is very humid. And then the only way they had a camp in Cape Town. I'm not sure about that department. But look, nevertheless, I wish them all the best. Like I said, I think they got a formidable squad that can go through to the next round.
Yeah. What about your position, right back? Are you happy? I mean, we have seen Magents Motale, for instance, growing quite quickly in that position. Obviously, he's got a backup of Moby there. Do you think we are settled in that area?
Yeah, look, I think Kuliso is doing well and has done well for himself at club level. So, because methodologies are not the same. At club level, there's certain methodology. At national team is Brooks' methodology. So, I'm not quite sure which formation are they gonna play, which tactic are gonna use. But I think we can do better for the squad.
And this thing that, especially looking at the Sundowns players, that I mean, this year alone, they played like 60 matches, and they didn't have enough break in between. Do you think it may catch up with the Sundowns players at the tournament?
Yeah, definitely there can be fatigue creeping in, but it also depends on the training that it was given. Understand? So whether if the training was toned down or it was hard training, then definitely fatigue will catch up with them. But like I said, it depends on the training that he was given.
What about the experience, overall experience of the squad? I mean, if you look at it, for instance, I see only 3 players who played in the 2019 AFCON. Zwane, Bonwen, and Pesitao.
Yeah.
All the other players, some of them, they've never even been in a tournament, for instance.
Yeah.
Can we be worried about that? Because the atmosphere of a tournament is different, totally different. And for instance, we are playing against Mali. We heard even the president here saying they are very close to Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
Support them.
Yeah.
How important is to be composed and telling these young guys, Apollos and Adam, and all the other young
Yeah,
guys?
it's very, very, very important because, look, I'm also worried in that department because for that fact, we didn't even play friendly matches prior to the bigger one. So, yeah, it also gave me a problem, more especially with Abu Mafigizolo. You just mentioned 3 players who have been there on the previous one. The rest, they are newcomers. So, yeah, a little bit problem because this is a youth stage. All those big names, they're there. But I just hope and think that somebody have played with their minds, psychological mind, because to go in such a tournament, you need to have a mental strength, you know. So if you're not strong here, you'll have a problem. Yeah, so I just hope somebody from within the structure, he played that part of the mental strength.
I'm sure you saw yesterday's team. You would imagine that someone like Tambazwana, when he's fit, will play. In that midfield is Tall and Dao. If Zwane comes back, how do you think he must work around that midfield? Who comes out? Maybe Maseko, Mayambe.
Yeah, look, if I was a coach, firstly, because he didn't have enough time to work on combinations, I'll rather stick to a combination that I have, which is a Sundowns combination, which doesn't need much to be desired. You understand? Unlike bringing Abu Manyambela and other was Apollos and all those. You understand? So maybe to go for a kill, you just bring the structure that is solid. You just bring the Sundowns midfield, and then you take it from there, and you see later on if you can slowly introduce Abu Banyambel and other ones.
Just a follow-up or similar question like Matlans. Center back always have some problems. Then who do you think should play Bafana Bafana center back? Go with Kikan and Vala or someone else?
Yeah, I'll go to I'll put Kakan and Bala, because they've been playing together for long, and then most especially Bala he's more disciplined. He's an elder. He's a senior, so to call. He's a senior to these youngsters. He can also marshal very well, So, yeah, I think the reason. I think the reason he selected more of a Sundowns crew is because of those combinations and more understanding. Because he had only 2 weeks to bring Abu Manyambela, Apollos, and all that. So he rather stick to combinations that are already solid.
But
How far do you think the national team will go in the tournament? How far do you think Bafana will go in the tournament, especially looking at the opening game against Mali, the physical West African team?
I said they'll go to the next round. I've got a strong belief that we'll get a point. We'll get a point from Mali. We'll beat Shalulile. Then we go to the next round.
yeah, but we're looking very, very thin up front, especially with the injury of Mochiba and Foster. I mean, these are the players who can hold the ball and let other players come. So the ones that we have, they are more like mobile strikers.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit worrying because you need different ways of playing. For instance, your Bafana had a filming and then had a and then, so we don't seem to have that combination, and there's been a lack of goals in Bafana Bafana. Even yesterday, although it was a training match, but we expect Bafana to score goals.
Exactly.
So there's a problem there.
Yeah, no, you're right. We don't have an outright striker now, like the Fosters and all those you just mentioned. We don't like a holding striker. We call it a holding strike. All our strikers, they're the ones who go get the ball and try to score. Yeah, and it can also give us a problem because we play those big giants. You need somebody who will hold them, shuffle them around, and lay the ball for somebody to score. Because we know Percy is a mobile striker. He's not a striker that you can say stand there. He won't enjoy his game. Same as Lepasa and all of them. So, yeah, well, due to injuries, I think, but if I'm a coach, I must always have a plan B. Yeah, I must find something to do something, you know. So yeah, but I think that that point you just raised is a good point.
Maybe last tip from me. Who are key players for us? Who are players that can really take it on for us if they are in good form?
Well, Rowan, I just spoke to him. Percy, Grant, the centre back, who's there? I just spoke to from Bala. Okay, let me just say senior players, more especially, they need to pull it through. They need to help these youngsters. You know, they need to help this because if you are my senior and you panicking, as a youngster, I'll panic more. You understand? So the seniors, they must pull it through. And then this is the time now to show us, to show the world, to show the country, what are they made of.
And the experience with the coach? Important.
Well, also the coach, I think must play a role, also his bench. You understand? Also his bench, they must play a role. Yeah. Where when the going gets tough, we need somebody to run there and break the glass and take out the key so that we can distinguish the fire.
Who are your top contenders to win the tournament?
Well, Senegal, I think Senegal, Cameroon, oversee Ivory Coast because they're the host. They've got the everything, the whole advantage of everything in that tournament. You know, they've got the support, they've got all the masses that are behind them. You understand? So, but I think Senegal, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, we need to watch them.
And that's definitely, given what Mamelodi Sundowns is doing on the continent, pushing the North African teams and doing well, as a country, should we get excited over Bafana Bafana to make this campaign and raise our expectations?
Yeah, look, it's a pity. It's a pity. Like Bafana now, it look like a one-man show because it's 11 players from Sundowns, you know. So it look like it's only one team that is okay. Sundowns is dominating, we all know, but I think now it's about time now. Other teams, they need to do something, you know. During our time, there was no way over my dead body that 8 players will come from Pirate, 10 players will come from Kaizer Chiefs. So we need a balance. There's imbalances in our league. Now teams, they have to pull up their socks and they must stop complaining. I heard other teams, they were complaining that why our players are not selected, blah, blah, blah. You can't be selected if you're not pulling, if you're not performing. You understand? You can't. I'm gonna blame, I'll defend the coach. We only select you because you perform. We cannot just select you because you're playing for so and so. We just want to add the number or the color. No. So what he did for Sundowns, I think is great because Sundowns is dominating. He sent a message down to the other teams that if you don't perform, forget it.